Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am extremely excited because I am going to be playing with the new Jaclyn Cosmetics Boujie Rouge collection. You guys already know how I feel about this collection, and if you don't, let me just tell you, I am the biggest fan of blush. I love blush. It's my absolute favorite part in my entire makeup routine. So the fact that Jaclyn Cosmetics, a brand that I was already really loving and enjoying their products, came out with an entire collection dedicated to blushes, you know I was gonna be all over that, okay? So I did pick up both of the blush palettes, like I said I was. I picked up two of her luminous blushes. I picked up two of her lip cushions, and I also picked up two of her cream blush sticks. So I basically picked up two of everything. If I end up loving these products, aside from the blush palettes, because there is only two of those, then I will pick up more shades and all the other formulas. But I'm super excited to test out these products today and play with them with you guys. And I also thought it would be really fun to do a full face of Jaclyn Cosmetics. Well, almost full face of Jaclyn Cosmetics. So all of her other products that she's ever come out with, I have them today, and I thought it would be really fun to, you know, use them again or just play with them and stuff. I even managed to pull all of my Morphe x Jaclyn Hill brushes. I washed them for you guys. They're all clean. They're all clean and they're ready to go. So if you want to see all of this and more, then keep on watching. You guys do not know how excited I am for this video. Really quickly, I am going to go on with the Jaclyn Under Eye Primer, and I'm going to prime my under eyes. I definitely love how this feels. It feels very cooling. I'm going to go in with the Morphe 2 Hint Tint Skin Tint Foundation. So now I'm just going to set my eyes with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Under Eye Setting Palette. And I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. So let's go ahead and finally move on to the blushes. I am super excited. So we're gonna start off with the cream blushes. So these cream blushes retail for $22 each. And right now I'm on the site, and the only one that's in stock is Royal Flush. And I did see on Jaclyn Cosmetics' Insta page that this collection is coming to Ulta in August. I know that's a little minute away, but August is like, it'll fly by, you know? Okay, so it just says for these, it is a cream to powder blush stick. It transforms the skin to a gorgeous, effortless wash of color. It's a high pigment, creamy, and there's 4 bold shades. So the shades that I picked up, well, initially I picked up the Rouge Romance bundle, which was the warm tone bundle, and it came with all the warm tone colors in the collection. I normally gravitate to warm tones, so that's why I really wanted that one. I have the shades Royal Flush and Overruled. So you guys could see in the swatches that these are very pigmented. One swipe swatches and they're like good to go. So I'm really excited about this. I thought it was gonna feel a lot heavier than what it does, but it doesn't. It feels really light. I think, ooh, Royal Flush is like really calling my name. And then Overruled seems like really like muted, toned down, almost like an everyday kind of blush. But I think today I want to go in with Royal Flush. For this particular product, I'm not going to use a Jaclyn Cosmetics brush for this, because when it comes to like cream blushes, my favorite type of brush to use is from Fenty Beauty. It's the 125 brush. This is the best cream blush brush ever. Like seriously, I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. So I'm just gonna take some of this on my Fenty brush. Wow, that's a lot. I don't feel like I need that much, but whoa. So we're gonna start back here and just see. I don't think I got that much on my brush though. I know I didn't. I'm being a little, I don't know. All right, there we go. It's coated now. So now we will, oh yeah, we will see this show up. Wow. I'm just gonna blend this in. This is a pretty color. I thought it was gonna look a lot brighter, but it definitely can like tone down. Oh, this is so pretty. Wow. And it doesn't feel tacky or anything, which is a good thing, but look at this. You can put this over like your like powder and stuff. What do y'all think? That's super pretty. Wow. I did bring it higher because I saw Jaclyn apply hers like that, and I was like, hold on. I need to apply mine like this, but this is so pretty. And for the video, I am gonna put on a little bit more than I normally would, just for the video. I think this is super, super pretty. It definitely does set itself. I don't feel like I need to set this blush at all, but I think it's super, super pretty. Like, this is like, honey, this is so pretty. Like, I would just wear this blush and I'd go, you know, I'd be done. But that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed. Now I'm just wondering like how the other shade would look, you know, but I feel like the other shade would be a lot like muted. It wouldn't be as bright. Let's go ahead and move on to these babies right here, which is the blush form of their Mood Light powders. I am obsessed with those powders. Oh my gosh, y'all. Like, when I tell you I'm obsessed, like, seriously, I'm obsessed. Like, I have the shade Brilliant in it. I have the shade Carrots, and I also have the shade Feelin' It in all of her, like, you know, Mood Light powders, and they're so good. If you haven't tried these, like the luminous ones like this, you're missing out, for real. But I'm super happy that she came out with the blush form of these. Can we just talk about how beautiful the packaging is? Like, super stunning. I think this is my favorite packaging from her, and like the square, you know, packaging like this. I will say the sizing, so I do have my Brilliant luminous powder. The sizing is not the same. You get less product in the blush one. I'm kind of hoping it would have been like the same as like the normal luminous powder packaging, because in here you get 0.35 ounces, and in the blushes you get 0.16 ounces. And the crazy thing is you get less product in of the blush than you do in her setting powders, even though they're in the same exact packaging, which I found very, very interesting. These two retail for $30 each. That is a lot, okay? It's a lot, but the fact that it's such an innovative product, I ain't even mad at it, okay? Like, it's a loose blush. Like, what brands, like, there's not a lot of brands that come out with loose blushes. I don't even know another, I know there was another brand that came out with a loose blush, but I mean, like, it's not common. Like, a lot of brands don't usually do this, but we're gonna dive in. I picked up the shades Love of My Life and then the shade Love Poem. So I think to go on top of this cream blush to kind of amp it up, I might go in with Love Poem because it's a little bit more pinky and not orange. But I'm just gonna pour some in the cap. I feel like I probably wouldn't need a lot, like just like a little bit, like a little capful right there. And let me get my Jaclyn brush. So what I like to use when it comes to like the Mood Light luminous powders, I like to use this brush right here. It is the Jaclyn Hill JH06 brush. I like it because it's really fluffy and it disperses the product. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of like swirl my brush in the cap, and then it just picks up all the product or pushes it under. I have no idea. And then I'm just gonna go on top of this and kind of like, I guess, set it or so. I feel like all the product just moved to the bottom. Let's see, let's try this again. Let me just take it and not swirl it to see, because, well, because it is the blush. So let me just take it like that and then start to apply it. Whoa, whoa, this like really like, this really amped it up a bit. I'm not really getting as much like luminosity as I do the powders, like the, you know, the powders, but I feel like this is such a perfect product to like set any cream blush. I mean, if you want that little bit of like luminosity, I don't really see too much. Like, if you have the Mood Light powders, I don't feel like it's the exact same like luminosity, you know? Like, it does give you like a subtle like satiny glow, you know? It's a little bit of satin, but I wouldn't say like, I wouldn't go and say like it's like really like a luminous like blush, you know what I mean? But it's super pretty. I definitely would reach for this to like set all of my cream products for sure. Like, this is pretty. Like, I do get a little bit of glow, but like, it's stunning. We're gonna move on to the blush palette on this side of my face. This is what I've been waiting for. I have been waiting for these blush palettes, you guys. Oh my gosh, can we just talk about the packaging on these palettes? They're stunning. This is probably the most beautiful packaging I have seen in a while from a makeup brand. Like, it's so beautiful, it's innovative, it's different. Now, I initially was not gonna buy both of these palettes. Like, I was not gonna do it at all, because I initially thought that the palettes were like a a fair to medium and then a medium to deep palette, or you know, I just thought that's how she did it, but really she said it was a cool and a warm tone. This one right here is called Rouge Romance. This is the warm tone palette. This is the one I was gonna initially buy after just seeing it in like the campaign video, because these are the kind of blushes that I would very much gravitate to. I feel like I could get a lot of use out of basically like majority of these blushes, except for this one right here, Pretty Posh. It looks a little bit light, but I could make it work if I really wanted to. I can make it work. But these are super, super pretty. I am gonna swatch some. Each of these palettes do retail for $45. That is a lot of money for a blush palette, but Jaclyn did say in her, you know, her reveal video that the formula, it just was expensive to make, and understood. But if the quality of these palettes, you know, is up there, top notch, then $45 is not a bad price. You know what I mean? But I am gonna swatch a couple of shades. I'm gonna swatch Boudoir. Whoa. She also said that these are very, very, very pigmented. That's pigmented for blushes. I don't know if you guys could see. Very, very, very pigmented. These are one swipe swatches. Ooh, this one is calling my name. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cool tone palette, which is Rouge Affair. I didn't notice this until Jaclyn launched these palettes, but I never really gravitate to cool toned blushes. Like, I just never pull from them. But I'm happy I have this one, because now I can say, okay, I think a cool tone blush would benefit this look, you know? So here is the Rouge Affair blushes. These are very, very cool tone, a lot pinker, okay? A lot pinker. There are two really deep shades. I don't know how often I would pull this palette, but it's really pretty. I might go in with one of the two deepest. I might go in with both of the deepest. I don't know. We shall see. I feel like I might go in with Living Lavish. Okay, first let's go into the warm tone palette to kind of like go in with maybe this shade right here called Boudoir to kind of like match this side. I'm gonna take this brush right here, it's the JH05 brush, and we're gonna go into the shade Boudoir. Wow, that pigment is crazy. Wow. Bring this lower, and we can definitely like build it up. I know Jaclyn said that this is like intense pigment when you first put it on, but I feel like it's definitely a more buildable kind of blush. Oh my gosh, I love blush so much. Why is this so pretty? Okay, I am gonna take a little bit of the shade Ever After, which is this deeper blush right here. We're gonna see what this does. Oh, okay, whoa, oh my gosh, okay, wow. Wow, ooh, oh my goodness. That is a lot of blush. Wow, we are gonna fix this up real quick. But that Ever After shade, beware, a little bit goes a long way. Because at first I went in with Boudoir, hoping that it would be like this Ever After shade, but that, not the case at all. That's a lot of blush, so we're gonna just kind of, and that's coming from me saying that that's a lot of blush. See if we could kind of like tone it down a bit with the cool tone palette. Let's see what this can do. Let's go in with the shade Dante to kind of like soften it up a bit, and let's see if this is gonna do anything for us. Kind of like just soften it up, or is it just gonna like build on it? I don't know. And Dante has a little bit of like satiny, like little sparkles in it. I do need to go back into my setting palette to kind of like fix my under eyes, because I started to lose it with all this blush that I put on. So we're gonna just fix this up. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to these babies right here in the collection. Okay, so these are her lip cushions. I'm super excited to try these out, okay? So these retail for $18 each. These are actually cheaper than her liquid lipsticks, which is very interesting. So I picked up the shades Sincerely Yours and Lip Locked. So depending on the packaging, that's what I'm gonna go in with. I already know I really wanna go in with this shade right here, Lip Locked, today. Smells like coconut. Okay, that is a lot brighter than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's definitely a lot lighter than I thought it would be. And it's a little bit drying. Maybe if I go in with a little bit more. Definitely does feel comfortable. This looks crazy to me. I know it looks crazy right now. Like, it looks crazy, but watch when I line my lips. Very, very interesting. Maybe if I had put the lip liner on first. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like in person, it doesn't look as bright on as it does on camera. It just looks, I kind of was hoping that it would be like a burgundy almost, like this. I love that it matches the blush, but I don't know. Formula does feel really comfortable. I'm trying to wipe some of this off. Okay, this looks a little bit better. For me, Lip Locked is the deepest shade in the collection. I think it looks a lot better now. Maybe if I put my lip liner on first, then it'll like really look better. Or maybe I need to do my eyeshadow. That's probably why I'm not like, you know, all over this right now. If she decides to come out with these in like more like neutrally shades and nude shades, then I'll be all over it. Like, give me this in a brown, you know, it's very comfortable, lightweight. And it feels soft. It's not sticky at all. Like, it does definitely feel really, really good. I do want to tell you guys that I did end up picking up another one of her blush and bronzing duos. It was sold out, well, you know, for a while, and she finally restocked it when she restocked this collection. So I did pick up Hot Lava and Cocoa Rich. So I am going to go ahead and go in with this right now. I am going to take the same brush that I used that blush with to go into the bronzer shade, and I'm just gonna bronze up my face with this shade. It's not as red. It's like a lot, I don't know, it's not as like red, which is interesting. It's a lot more neutral, I feel like the undertone, it's like a little bit subtle, which I do like. All right, it shows up. I was afraid that it wasn't, but it definitely does show up. A bit of nose contour. I'm gonna go in with my Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Awestruck. It's a really pretty highlighter with a little bit of a pinkish rose goldy undertone, just to kind of like match the blush look that I got going on today. For the eyes, I'm gonna quickly do an eye look with the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe Volume 2 palette. Let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts from this collection. So let's go ahead and start off with this, because it's like right here. The Luminous Blushes. So I only used one today, which was Love Poem, and I really loved it. Not one to love like luminous blushes, or, you know, I don't like sparkly blushes. I am a matte blush kind of girl. I love my matte like blush, you know, but I'm okay with using like a blush topper that sets my blush, or just like adds a little bit of like subtle like sheen to it, not too much like glowy, like, ooh, my cheeks are glowy. Like, I don't feel like I get this with this particular product. I feel like it's subtle. It's like a lit from within kind of glow. It just gives your blush a little bit of oomph, you know what I mean? And I really like these. I knew I would, because I already like the Luminous, the Moonlight blushes. I mean, oh my God, blushes. I knew I would like these because I already like the Moonlight powders. And the fact that these are just those powders with color to them, I love this. I love this. I'm happy about this, especially because normally whenever I go in with like a cream blush, I always set it with another blush. And obviously it's gonna take away from that color, but I feel like with this, it's like, it can be less opaque if you kind of like blend it out, you know? It's not like, oof, you know what I mean? I did kind of tone down my blush today because I am going to be wearing this look today, and I did go a little overboard in the video, but I love my blush, okay? I love my blush. So the cream blushes are really, really great. I know a lot of people were talking about that they love these. I actually really do like these a lot as well. I've really been into cream blush lately, and this side is probably my favorite side that I did. I do like the powder, but the fact that I had like a cream blush on, I just feel like cream blushes help like stay, like they won't fade over time. I'm gonna wear this today and then, you know, update you guys in a product roundup video about these products. But I really do like these. If you love cream blushes, I think you're really gonna love these, especially because it is a cream to powder formula and you don't really have to worry about if you forget that you're going in with this blush and then you have your face set and that it's gonna pull up your foundation. It didn't do that for me, and I set my under eyes. I didn't set my whole face, but I did set my under eyes, and I did take it down pretty far, and it worked out for me. The blush palettes I love. I think my favorite is definitely the warm tone one, which is Rouge Romance, because that's just the blushes that I gravitate to. It's really pretty, very pigmented. I would tread lightly. I really would tread lightly. I wasn't expecting it to be as pigmented as it is in the pan. Packaging gives you a luxurious feel. I really love it. You get 6 blushes in here for $45, which is not a bad price at all. If you are a cool toned blush lover, you are going to love this one. This one is the Rouge Affair blush palette. And if you like the cool toned blushes, you're really gonna love this. And as far as the lip cushions, so I really like the formula. It's very comfortable. I don't even feel like there's anything on my lips. When you first put it on, it is a little bit drying just because of the formula. So it's not like a liquid, it's like a mousse. I feel like almost like kind of like moussey. So it's not gonna go on like liquidy. So like it's not gonna give you a little bit of hydration. But once it's like on and you put your 2 layers, it won't even feel like there's anything on your lips. My lips don't feel like completely dry. They do feel a little bit dry, but definitely like moisturize before you go in with this product, and I think you'll be good, honestly. I think it kind of comes together with the pink eye and the lip liner, but on its own, whoosh. This color, I thought it was gonna be a lot darker than what it is on my lips. So I can imagine what this color is gonna be like. This is Sincerely Yours, and I didn't use this, but I did swatch it. You guys saw the swatch, but I'm a little nervous to put it on my lips because I'm not gonna know how it's gonna look, but we will see. We will definitely see. But that is everything. That's all my final thoughts on this new collection. I'm super happy with it and impressed with it overall. This is probably one of my favorite collections she's done thus far. Very exciting. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful. I'm sorry it was late. They shipped my packages in 2 separate boxes when I placed the order. It was all one order, but they shipped it separately. I don't know why. So I just got mine like a couple days ago. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.